I don't think I have ever been this excited about a speaker in my life.
What a liar, dude. What a liar. There's no way this speaker's that good. There's no way the Sony SS-CS5 is that good of a speaker. So I ordered the thing and we're going to find out. Stay tuned. All right, here they are, the Sony SS-CS5. And let me first start out by saying that I like Jay's channel. I like Jay in general. So don't take what I just did as any hate towards Jay, because I just picked on him because I know Jay's cool. So anyway, Sony SS-CS5. Lots of hype, lots of people reviewing these, lots of people saying lots of good things. Pretty cool looking speaker. It is a three-way design, and this is a kind of weird three-way design. I don't know if I would really call it that, because in my mind, a three-way design is a dedicated mid and bass, dedicated tweeter. In this case, we have a mid bass, a tweeter, and a super tweeter. This is very uncommon to see a super tweeter like this, but they call it a three-way. It is a three-way. They're right on the technical side, but just not the way that I would typically think about it. Ported design, pretty nice binding posts actually. I was surprised at the quality of these binding posts. Like, I was expecting like the really crappy little like pin push ones, but these are actually pretty nice. You don't get any premium finish or anything. You know, this is a obviously very cheap vinyl wrap, but kind of cool because they put this molded plastic thing on. It's got some wave guiding, and well, yeah, it looks pretty cool. And I'm surprised that the driver itself is this mica material and it's not paper, because literally every other speaker at this level is paper, and then you have kind of the one outlier of Klipsch that has their, you know, copper cones. But this is interesting, this mica cone, and I'll talk a little bit about that later. But this speaker's gotten so much hype. People are like, I can get rid of my $10,000 speaker and get the Sonys instead. In my experience with these, I would say no, you can't. These are $170 retail. They go on sale all the time, it seems. I got mine for $80. I've seen them go as low as $70, but it seems like the more recent price has been $118. And as of this video right now, you can still get them on Amazon for $118, which I'll put the link below in the description. It's an affiliate link. It helps me out, the commission. Woohoo! Shameless plug. Okay, but what realistically does this speaker compete with? I think this speaker is pretty competent, and it can compete in that $200, $300, maybe even $400 range, to be honest. But like I said, this isn't going to replace your four-figure speaker. This isn't going to replace your five-figure speaker. There are very obvious flaws and problems with the speaker that you're not going to see in more expensive speakers. And just the sound quality itself is, well, not as good as more expensive speakers. The fact that this thing is $80, $118, whatever, and can compete with something that's twice or three times the price makes it a hype-worthy product. I was thinking about this product and I was like, this reminds me of when the Lego movie first came out. And I was talking to my friend Julia, and she told me about seeing the Lego movie, or wanting to go see the Lego movie, because people were saying how good it was. And she was like, how could the Lego movie be that good? It's the Lego movie. So in the same kind of way here, it's like, how can this Sony speaker be so good? It's a Sony, you know? So she had this idea that at the end of the Lego movie, they must be putting up on the credits, like, if you tell your friends to see this movie, we'll send you a check for $50, like something like that. And the Lego movie in its own right is good. I think it's probably a lot better than what most people would have expected from a movie that's called the Lego movie, right? But this is not a Stanley Kubrick film. This is not a Martin Scorsese film. And no one expects it to be. And that's why these Sonys are special, because no one expects these to be good from Sony at less than $100 or about $100. But it is. And it's better than your typical $100 speaker. So I think that's where a lot of the hype ends up coming from. And I'm not going to get too into the weeds about sound detail, because if you really want an in-depth discussion about that, you can go watch Jay's 25-minute video. But granted that this is a $100 speaker, I don't feel like I need to talk about it for 25 minutes, especially at the sound detail level. I will say that this speaker really surprised me when it came to sound staging. I felt like there was a lot of width and depth beyond what you would expect. And then as far as clarity in the treble and mid-range, yeah, it's pretty good for this kind of speaker. Bass is light, of course. You're gonna need a subwoofer if you really want any reasonable bass, but overall it's okay. It'll get you there. The absolute worst part of this speaker is the bass though. And the reason why is because there is this resonance that comes through in the bass frequencies. And let me just show you on this really quick. I'm gonna just flick the cone. This is a stupid test that audiophiles do. You flick the cone and see how dead it sounds. It's a stupid test. But anyway, I'm gonna do it because I think this actually does portray a little bit of something here. So I'm gonna flick it. Hopefully you could hear that pretty well in the microphone. But there's a tubbiness to this cone. And I'm not sure if it's the cone itself that has some sort of resonance to it or it's truly port noise. And it's not like I was flicking it that hard. So to get that much port noise out of what is a little flick, it's pretty surprising. And that definitely is coming through when I'm listening to music, as I can hear that resonance or that port noise very obviously. And it only gets worse the louder you push the speaker. So I would say don't expect this to be a party jamming speaker, because when you start to push that volume, you really start to hear that bass resonance. And then also it gets exceptionally bright to the point where, yeah, it's kind of painful to listen to. I also felt like these were very much so built to be kind of that mid to near range monitor, where if I had these 8 to 9 feet away, it didn't sound that great. But putting them like 5 to 6 feet away, yeah, pretty good. So I wouldn't say put this in a gigantic basement or a gigantic room and expect to be blown away. I think you have to put these on a small room close to the TV or whatever kind of setup, and that will really flesh out the best of these speakers. But let me tell you one more story and give you one more advantage. And there's a little bit of a social kind of thing going on. I don't know what they call it. But the thing about this speaker is it doesn't have to be an audiophile who buys this speaker. You could suggest this to your friends, because my friends ask me all the time, hey, what headphone do you recommend? Hey, what speaker do you recommend? And they're not in the market for $1,000 or $10,000 components. So I got to really think about, okay, what can I really recommend in this space? Well, these Sonys are so easy to recommend. I think so many people would enjoy them no matter what kind of music genre they listen to. It's an easy recommendation. So whether you're a person who's trying to get into the audiophile space or just a person that wants a good pair of speakers, this is so easy to recommend and such a good speaker overall. And then I thought about it from the audiophile perspective, and I put a video of these playing Where Is Everybody by 9 Inch Nails. And that's like a industrial track. Like, it's not a super high res track, although it is very well produced, and a lot of 9 Inch Nails music is made very well. But yeah, it's an industrial metal hard rock song. Like, it is not Diana Krall live in Paris. So there's a lot of distortion. And I put this on my Instagram on a reel, and it got a lot of attention. It's got something like 30,000 views right now, and it seems to be only growing because it's only been a few days and it's already gotten that many views. But audiophiles are so annoying at times, and I feel like someone in the space should just like call out audiophiles and just not allow them to be coddled at literally every corner. But that's another discussion for another day. But audiophiles were leaving the most annoying and just stupid comments on this video, saying stuff like, wow, that sounds distorted, wow, that sounds horrible. It's recorded on a phone. It's a distorted song. I was playing it at like 100 dB. It's distorting like crazy. The point was to just show the woofer movement. It was a fun little video. The song itself is distorted. The whole song is distorted. The point of the song is distortion. It's supposed to sound distorted. And people were leaving stuff like, wow, my $2,000 pair of speakers sounds better than that. Yeah, no duh. It's 20 times the price. Of course it's going to sound better. What are you, stupid? All right, hold on. We're having a heated audiophile moment right now. Warning, heated audiophile moment. Just buying these and like shutting out that kind of noise and just like, okay, I don't care about your $2,000 pair of speakers, dude. I got my $89 pair of speakers and I'm good to go. It is almost priceless. Like that's worth $1 million. So that's my little tirade rant. And you can buy these, shut out the audiophiles, tell them to shut up, go spend $100,000 on some pair of speakers and still be disappointed with them because they're stupid. Yeah, you can go tell it to the audiophiles when you buy these. So I'm happy to recommend the Sony SS-CS5 bookshelf speaker. Like I said, there'll be a link in the description, an affiliate link. If you want to check out the speaker, buy it, helps me out. There's also a bunch of other links in the description that can help support the channel. Really appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, helps me out, helps build the channel so I can make videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.